All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the In the Shed podcast. I'm your host, Judson Miller, and co-host over here.
Curtis Burbage.
We have a couple guys on the show again today. They've been on before. You'll know them.
Matt Turner.
Bean Daddy.
We got the Bean Daddy back. We have had some technical difficulties, surprise, surprise, but I think that we finally have all of our microphones where they'll work properly. If we can keep it straight, we're gonna try to go. We're gonna try to go for 30 minutes. So we had something happen the other day. We had a sewer incident in front of a particular establishment that is, I'm gonna say reputable. It's well known.
Reputable.
He's the only one of its kind in Charleston, you said.
It's well known for sure. So Curtis, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that?
Well, they sent me to to do like a little service call or whatever, and they give me an address, but I couldn't find the address because like I'm reading all the numbers and it's skipping. I'm like, how the hell are you going from this number to that number? And it didn't dawn on me that the address was the oldest porn theater in Charleston because it's down a long dirt road. So that's why you're never going to see an address.
Oh, really? So this isn't something you can see from the street?
I mean, you can see the building, just not numbers and shit. But like it's a long like when you're leaving there. You got to if you ever go there and you want to leave, you get to rush the hell out of that parking lot, dude. Like haul ass in that dirt road because you don't want people to see your car pulling out.
Right.
So, but people don't know is when you pull in, there's a long parking lot in the back. So that's where all the action's at. But anyway,
What kind of action, Curtis?
Yeah, I'm confused.
get to
When you
that.
say action,
we'll get to that. So anyway, they sent us the service call or whatever. We pull it there, and the owner comes out and he's like, yeah, back, there's a leaking, behind the building. And you look, and there's a pipe that goes across the ditch, and it's actually leaking. It's like broken. And I told my partner, I said, let's go in this empty lot over here and look at it from that angle. I don't want to be in this parking lot. Because there was about 30 cars there. And it was
30?
in
the middle of the day.
If you were to go in the building, you wouldn't see a soul either until, go into other areas of the place. But anyway.
I'm interested.
Yeah. So anyway, we go there, and we get out of that parking lot and go to the other side because there was like probably 30 cars and like 10 people. We're in 10, 10 different cars at that time, just kind of hanging out, enjoying the good sunny weather. But anyway, so my partner, he's not from Charleston. He grew up in Florida. So he's not really aware of that particular store. And I kind of filled him in on what goes on there. And he was like, no, man, no. Well, then that's when Matt and his crew pulls up.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to fill me in.
And
'cause I have
Matt's
no
like,
clue.
and my partner's kind of like sees this guy walking out adjusting his pants, and I look at my partner shaking his head like in disgust almost, right? So Matt pulls up, and I'm like, hey Matt, and Matt's like, what is this place again? And because he really wasn't sure, because Matt grew up here, but I grew up in that area, like from like
In that parking lot.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been there before, but anyway, that's how I found out exactly what was going on there. So anyway, so I filled Matt in. So Matt and my coworker that day, and me were sitting there, and they were staring at the parking lot, watching the car. What would you call it? Musical chairs, I guess.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, like
Are you
how many
serious?
cars
it
were
was
pulling?
crazy.
I mean, it was like we probably seen about 50 cars
And this
in a
is
couple hours
what?
we were there on Tuesday afternoon.
1:30, maybe around 2:00.
Yeah.
So it's like an early afternoon.
Oh
Lunch.
yeah.
And your
Wow.
partner was Miami?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So anyway, so Matt was like, "Oh, so these guys, they just go in there and, like handle business themselves." I'm like, "No, you do that at home."
Well,
I'm
hold
like-
on now. So I've always known about the place. Like I said, I lived like a little more close to the Somerville side of Dorchester Road. Well, people had always told me, when you want to relieve yourself, you go in there. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. It's not my style. Have at it.
But
So-
yeah. So Matt thought that was just like a spank bank area. So anyway, it's not. I told him, I said, that's team building going on in there.
Team building.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh my
there's help
gosh.
in there. You don't,
Oh my
like you do, you do that at home or in your car, but if you need help, that's the place to go.
Really?
I mean, it's helping hands. Is what I guess you could call it or something. So anyway, it was just pretty entertaining watching Matt and my coworker just watch it. And they really, I think, were throwing the game off for some people that were there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because they were just
They're
standing
just
there
staring?
gawking at them and
'Cause-
pointing at their cars about how nice the cars were.
I mean, I was in disbelief. No bullshit. let's see, Audis, BMWs, Jaguars, I mean, Mercedes. I mean, it was ridiculous. And I'm just standing there watching these people come in and out. Like, I'm just mind blown at this.
Come in and out of what?
Well,
Hey.
we didn't actually get to see the whole all that, but yeah. So Matt was dying to ask someone what goes
Oh
on
my
here.
gosh.
And I was trying to find a customer, like, but I just couldn't get the timing right.
Well, he did find one, but he says, "Come over here and I'll show you."
No way.
No, that's very false. Just want to get that out there.
But anyway, the owner comes out and says, "Hey guys, thanks for helping out." And so Matt, I actually have it on video. Matt asked the guy, "Hey, what kind of place is this?" The guy goes, "Well, we're kind of like a hardcore porn shop."
No. They are the only hardcore porn shop.
Excuse
The
me.
only.
Yeah, I mean,
The
really,
one
they
and
have
only.
tried to shut them down several times, and because he said they've been around for 50 years.
Yes.
So the other porn stores are softcore?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
According to him, they
I've
are
been
the,
to them. I'm telling you, they are softcore. That's like going to the Disney store if you go to those other ones
Well,
compared to this place.
Well, the guy says, well, the exotic dancers around come and get their boots
They
and
must-
their whatever, like their thongs and stuff. That's where they go
They
to.
must do that shit on curbside pickup because I've never seen one of those in there. I've been there twice, dude.
Just a bunch of fellas, huh?
Yeah. Well, I brought my wife there one time. Okay, we were at a bar and we won this gift basket from them, right? and it had like a little movie and a little bit of this, all right, but it had like a 20% off coupon. And she's like, "Oh, where is that?" And I go, "It's where I grew up at." And we were like right up on False Fate in Dorchester as a bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Well, hell, anybody up the road, let's go." And it was like midnight,
Not
So
the place to be.
where exactly is this on Dorchester Road?
right by Leeds,
You know
close
where
to Leeds, where that shopping center is. Where that
Marvin's is?
Marvin
Oh,
Seafood.
Right around
so
it.
like the northern part of Dorchester?
Almost right across the street from Marvin's.
Lowe's?
So like by the 526.
No, not
I mean
that far.
the,
Other
the
side.
26.
Where Leeds Avenue is, right by Leeds Avenue area.
You know where Marvin's Seafood is?
No, I do not.
You know where
That food
Leeds
line?
Avenue is?
I know where the jail is.
East Bay Deli, right there on the corner
Yeah,
of
I
Leeds
know where
Avenue.
East Bay
Past
is.
Okay.
East Bay Deli.
Yeah, if you're going towards Dorchester Road on Rivers Avenue, if you're going on Dorchester Road towards Rivers Avenue area,
right?
it's right past that shopping center where you got East Bay Deli and
There's
thing.
a Pizza Hut in the parking lot
Yes,
of that
yes,
one
yes.
place? Okay.
If you look to your right when you pass that shopping center and you see a lonely dirt road, well, it ain't too lonely that day. That time of day,
I
but-
wondered what that was.
Oh yeah, it's
Well,
hardcore.
man.
So
Well, like you said, if you see it from the road, and that's why I thought, all right,
It's
it
a
was
small
never
parking
busy.
lot.
It's just a small couple car. But no, when we get back
you
there,
around that building.
you look, and it's 30, 40 cars. I'm like, this
Wow.
is
But
insane.
as funny as though when you go in that bitch, you don't see no one. Seriously, it's like dead. It's just the person at the counter. But
Because there's booths.
okay,
and-
so Matt asked the guy. So the guy he dances a little bit. And he goes, "Well, we have a movie theater in there." And I say,
Oh, this is funny.
"Oh, movies like Finding Nemo." And he points at his crotch. And what do you say, Matt?
No, he goes, so you mean like find a Dory?
Oh,
And then he points to his crotch and says, you can find this Dory.
Points at his
Oh,
crotch.
guy.
He goes, "Or like Finding Fish Tacos or something."
Nice.
So we both start dying laughing,
It's
man.
just the funny the way he goes, yeah, we got, booths or we got movie theater. I was like, movie theater? Like, what goes on in here? So, yeah, for your viewing pleasures.
Yeah, so I took my wife there, and she's like totally oblivious to anything like that. You know what I'm saying? She's never been in that setting before. So it's kind of crowded, but she don't know it. And like I was like, "There's a theater
There's
right
so
there."
many cars in the parking lot. Where are all the people?
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And he's like, "These are our viewing booths, And then and I guess they have private rooms somewhere in there for couples or something. I don't know. He just pointed at these doors. So I said, "Baby, let's go on one of these booths, right?" So she's like, "Okay." So we go into the booth, and we're sitting there, we're doing the whole damn like hitting a little button. So we might have messed around a little bit until she really just felt disgusted. And dude, when she tells people this story, she's like, "I can't believe I actually even thought about doing something in there with him."
This whole story reminds me of the scene from Boondock Saints with where
Walking into where they're in a strip
where
club.
Ron Jeremy gets shot up in
Yes.
the
Hey.
spank bank.
I told
Classic
my
movie,
wife-
by the way.
I told my wife, I said, "By the way, that stickiness is not Lysol on the floor." So yeah, anyway, she'll never go back there
So,
again.
side note, somebody else that we work with has got a story that they told me at the end of that day. And
About this place?
yes,
Oh,
so
Lord.
when they were younger, they put in an application for security.
Oh yeah.
Well, come to find out, he went back, I guess, to put it in. Well, he goes, the security guards are wrestling around, and there's a dude with his dong just flopping around.
Whoa.
And he goes, I'm good.
Not for me.
He goes, I'm not wrestling naked people. If this is what I got to do.
Yeah, I
Oh,
couldn't
the
do that.
security guard was wrestling
Oh,
a
yeah.
patron
Yes.
with his.
Well, and this is what I was telling Curtis. This
I quit.
is the first place that I think that normally they don't have security guards like that.
Right.
Normally you got somebody at the door checking your ID,
Like a
make
bouncer,
sure you're making
right.
sure you're like of age,
They got
whatever.
an old police car out there like Barney Fife looking shit.
But I mean, yeah, dude, like
man.
they were like security for a specific reason.
the one guy was the owner also though. He was owner
Correct.
/ security. But he said he had pills in there for you at night, like men pills. So what's funny is
my God.
he does this bigger round like
coffee can,
cylinder
yeah.
looking thing in front of his crotch and starts humping the air. He's like, yeah, pills at night. Well, one of Matt's employees that works under him he's a very quiet guy.
Very.
And
The younger one?
no,
Okay.
the other guy. And his mouth drops because he's over there working on the pipe while we're over there talking to this
I bet
guy. And
he's
all he
working
does
on
is
the
look
pipe.
over, and this guy's got his hands in front of his crotch, like humping the air.
It was
and his jaw
funny.
dropped. And I started like dying laughing, man. But like I took a picture of it, like a selfie, and sent it to my wife and says, "Wish you were here" or something like that.
I believe you said that to all
yeah, I
of
said
us.
that to all y'all, but, dude. But yeah, it was a pretty entertaining story, man.
Yeah, I could never do that security thing because I'm definitely a grower. I'm not a shower, and I feel like if you're going to be running around naked, you got to be a shower.
Let me ask y'all a question. If your wife says you're a grower, not a shower, is that a slap in the face?
No, I mean,
but
as
is it,
long as
though?
you grow it out, I mean,
Right?
We're talking about.
That's like nicely saying.
I mean, she is your
So,
wife. So
I mean,
she's
there is-
somebody
If you're
that
talking
is-
like go tents to go tanks, that might not be an insult.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, just a friend of mine's wife said that. So
Yeah,
I was
Yeah, a friend of yours, I'm sure.
asking for a friend.
there's somebody that I can ask that question. It was funny. It actually happened to one of my family members. And his wife said that, and
But I mean,
just
how
started
could it
dying
be an
laughing.
insult, right?
Well,
As long as
I
you're
don't think
showing
it-
something.
I don't
right?
think it technically is. I think it's just a
well, how
Back
about
to
how
life,
about, how about
man.
if you say, "Babe, is it my big and she's like, it's good for me."
That's
Oh,
all that matters, man.
That's
all that matters.
That's a consolation prize.
Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
what I'm saying.
that's
That's runner up,
Participation
dude.
ribbon. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's runner up.
Now, if she said, "Ooh, that's what I got to work with," that's an insult.
Yeah, that's rough, man. This is getting a little too
All right,
close
yeah,
for
this
me
is
right
starting
now.
to
I'm
hurt.
starting to get my
Let's
feelings
change the
hurt. Starting to get my feelings
Hitting
hurt.
Damn
too
it.
close to home.
But one crazy thing, and Curtis, I'm glad that I just learned this about you because I suffer from the same problem. I heard that you've got gigantic huevos.
Oh well, okay. All right, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate something.
Matt
to
says he
y'all.
wants to see them.
Ben, you want to see him? You're in
I
the
mean,
Navy.
I don't.
I know you do.
It's
Anyway.
like I don't want to see them, but
I'm
like if I
curious.
accidentally see them, it's not gonna like scar me for life.
So I worked at the paper mill, right? And these guys were older
Oh,
than me,
God.
and out there is a whole different group of people. Like they will sack tap. I mean, you have to be very secure with your sexuality, to work
Right.
there. And at first, I went there. I was 21. I mean, we kid around as kids, but never like that extreme. So these guys are always screwing around with me. So I was like, I'm gonna get them one night. So I don't know where I got this from, but I'll show you what I did to them, and then we'll go to the story. You can go ahead and talk while I get ready. It's just gonna take. It's just
He's
gonna
gotta
take a
prepare
few.
himself.
It's been a while since I've done it, and I actually did this to my wife's family when I first met them, and that's I think that was made.
He's got to bust out a chain hoist.
Yeah. All right, so I'll actually tell a quick story. After I saw the movie Waiting, I was waiting tables. I don't like what he's doing in the corner. I was waiting tables. Are you ready?
Yeah.
He can't breathe.
Yeah,
All
go
right,
ahead.
So anyway, I tell these. Oh, I won't flop out. I tell these guys at work I woke up with a tumor on my stomach. We were on night shift. And they're like, no. So I had them feeling the tumor all night long. And at the very end of the shift, I say, y'all really want to see it? Because I would never let nobody see it. They were bringing people over from other departments to feel my tumor.
Oh my God.
That came
dude.
up overnight. So they go and do it, right? And I said, everybody get together. I'll show y'all, and I'm not embarrassed anymore.
I
I'll
can
just
see the
show
pain
y'all.
in your eyes, by the way.
Oh, dude.
You're
'cause I was like, I can't. It hurts too bad to show y'all. So I showed them this whenever they went to go.
I don't think I got my phone up in time to see.
Did you see that? Did you physically see
I don't know. Go ahead. Yep, that's a tumor.
Oh,
So
How pissed were they?
oh, they were fuming, dude. They chased me. That's why I waited to the
Yeah,
end of the
no
shift.
wonder they're sitting there touching nuts all night.
Yeah, they had them feeling my nuts all night long. It was awesome, dude.
So what I'm most impressed about is that you went an entire shift at a paper mill. Like I'm sure you were doing work with your junk
Ooh,
tucked
was
up.
it?
under
Well, no,
your
no, no.
waistband.
Well, no. Like it was if I seen someone coming and I figured that's what they were wanting was like have some because they would be bringing someone over from another machine. You know, like which is in a totally different building. They would go, dude, come feel this tumor on Burger's stomach. It's crazy. It popped up while he was sleeping.
my only question is why are they so smooth? It's like
They were
I don't
it's like
shave 'em,
it's like
I
a
mean.
cue ball down there, man.
I have a lot of questions. It's like a duck egg.
Well, okay, so my wife though, she's like, every time like I put on pants, she's like, you need to do something about that. Your bulge is showing. And I'm like, baby, I can't help it. God bless me. She's like, that ain't dick. I'm like, oh, watch your mouth.
Easy.
You kiss your mama with that mouth?
No, Tony Soprano. Oh, you blow your father with that mouth. Remember that?
Oh my god.
That shit was funny. But anyway.
I've never seen The Sopranos.
Oh, anyway, I'm not gonna get going on that, but it's an amazing show. But yeah, so my wife though, she's always like sitting there like crotch checking me. She's like, "How's your bulge?" I'm like, "I can't help it." I'm like, I can't help it. I'm that.
What are
She's
you
like,
supposed to do with them?
well, she's like,
Tuck them into your butthole?
well, everybody's always like, "Jesus, dude," like sometimes like if somebody's like cool with me, they'll like call it out. I'm like, dude, like, yeah, boy,
I got
long
them
dong,
balls, boy.
long duck dong, and Jamie's like, "No, that's nuts." I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, man.
She's got to call you out on it.
She
I'm
does.
sure I'm going to get a text message about this one. But
Hey man, at
I
least
can
she's
back him
at
up.
least she's a loyal follower.
She is, man. I'll tell you what. It released last Friday, or this past Friday, and I'm talking about 33 minutes later, I had a message.
After a 32-minute episode.
Right.
I told you,
Yeah.
dude, that time, man. Like we talked about a couple things on there, and Judson said something. It said a couple of things, and I'm like, well, hopefully, But then again, she texted me that morning. She's like, I need to talk to you about today's episode. I'm like, fuck. I was like, here we go, dude. And all of a sudden, she's like, what do you mean? I poured grease down the line. I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. And also, and then she brought something else. I was like, oh, that's it? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll email Judson. I want to talk about this. But yeah, anyway, that's the ball story, man. And then I did it to her family when I first met them.
Ben, what's your ball situation looking like? Are they furry?
I bet they're like little
No.
chickpeas.
I feel like they're furry.
No.
And that's a good thing because you said something the other day. You kind of told me, and I see you differently now. That's why I wanted you on that side of the table. You said that you wipe back to front.
Hey man, so
Very weird, by the way.
yeah, okay.
Who wipes
So you're
their
painting the
butt?
gooch?
He's
No, man.
wiping
No,
back to
so-
front.
I don't even know when it started, but I've been doing it my whole life. And every
Why?
once in a while, I'll go to try to do front to back, and every time I do, it feels like
Just-
I'm dragging shit up my spine. It
You're,
freaks me out.
I'm right. We
So
can't.
you're
even,
painting the back of your testicles with poopy.
this
no,
is the
man,
most.
I'm an adult. I know how to clean myself.
This is the
But you
most
can't go
shit
the
up
other way.
day
and,
of
and
taping
I
we've done
also
yet.
use wipes.
Like I've
I
learned
use
something new
flushable
about
wipes.
every single one of you today.
Flushable
Working
wipes.
for a sewer company, you should know flushable wipes aren't really flushable. Well, I mean,
I
they
don't-
flush. Let me get.
You can flush them, but they should not be flushed.
I don't live in our.
They mess up our
Service
sewer
area.
system.
But see,
I
thank
don't live in
God.
our service
Neither do
area.
I. But
So
so
that's
you
the
have so
excuse.
you keep wipes in the bathroom.
Yep.
So after you poop, you clean yourself with a wet wipe.
Yes.
That's another question my wife had is when you said no flushing wipes, she wants to know what the hell you're supposed to do with a shitty wipe.
Throw 'em in the trash
I
can.
guess.
Yeah, get you one of those trash cans you step on that has the lid that comes up.
We got one of those, dude, but
Oh,
that
you
thing's
know what?
gonna
You
be
could-
rank
you
as
know what
shit.
could
Keep
bro.
a trash bag in it though, so you don't
No,
throw
what
it-
you could
it's
use
still gonna
a
be
diaper
shit sitting
genie.
there.
That's not a
A
bad idea.
diaper genie. Like we
Okay,
had-
you gonna keep one in the bathroom, or you gonna walk your poopy wipe
No,
all the
keep
way
it in
to
the
your diaper
bathroom.
genie?
Keep it
I'm
in the
flushing
bathroom.
them bitches, dog, because you can always call a company to come out and flush that.
Curtis
that line
Burbage will
out.
come service your lines anytime.
Yeah,
If
right.
you lit,
Yeah.
right.
But anyway, yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm better than all of you because I've got a bidet. I mean, my butthole is.
The
My
tushy
tiny hole
is
gets
nice, huh?
washed. Rub it in our face. How
yeah,
about it?
It's
The
amazing.
tushy is nice, huh?
It's amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So
And
has anybody in here used it besides him?
No.
Have you used it yet?
Not yet.
You?
do you
No,
know-
but I have used a Japanese toilet before.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
I
at a
forgot you were
bidet.
in Japan.
No, it was a toilet, but Japanese toilets are like robots.
Does the water swirl the other way?
It had no, it's
They
still
have
in
a
the
probe
northern
that goes up
hemisphere.
your ass and
But like
flushes
you're
you.
sitting there, and like next to your leg, there's like a control panel. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got buttons where you can adjust the temperature.
Like
of the
why
seat.
him?
and it'll sing
With
to
Franco?
you. And then there's a button.
It
that you
sings to
push
you?
Yeah, dude.
What's it sing?
I don't know Japanese music.
You know, I
But you
might want
push
to
a
get one of
button.
these. Except
You push the button, and the little thing goes,
Road trip.
and then just sprays you right there. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
so you use some sort of a bidet.
I
I
mean,
mean, that's a spinoff, or
A
is
yeah, I
public,
guess.
a public bidet to me would be nasty.
Oh, so dude, I lived in Bahrain as well when I was in the military.
then he just shit in a hole in the floor.
That too. That is true.
Just
But-
a little wood board with a hole cut
No,
in it.
it's a porcelain. It looks like a rolling pin for paint, except for it's a little bit bigger. But there's 2 slots for your feet to go, and then there's just a hole.
Yeah.
And literally, that's how. But in like apartments, my buddy had an apartment that had a toilet and it had a bidet. Well, one night, one of my buddies got really drunk
And you water fountain it?
and was drinking out of the water fountain,
Oh no!
aka the bidet.
Damn,
No.
Navy guy,
But
man.
most guys, don't use the bidet.
Yeah.
But he was still drinking out of a bidet.
I'm sure if I
doubt
had
it's
the
ever been-
option to use one, I'm sure I would. If it was in my apartment and it was either use it or don't, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use it.
Dude, it's amazing.
Oh, so you do want something touching your butthole?
No, but sometimes when I eat a lot of hot sauce, dude, I get
That's
some,
what I'm. That's what
I
I
get
want
some
to do.
burns and I'm a little cool water.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's
Spray
what
up,
I
you
I
know.
want. I want to like fire it up, man. I want to like really like put the fire out. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I
I'm
want to try
telling you,
one.
it'll change
Or
your
after
life.
like a hard night of drinking, you got the beer shits. Oh my god, that'd be
clean up
perfect.
the oil slick.
Yeah, I will never. And it's crazy because I used to always like to poop at work because you're getting paid. Now I can't wait to get home.
Like if it's after 3 o'clock, I'm saving that.
I'm saving it.
Hell
If it's
no.
afternoon, I'm saving it.
No, 'cause I
Oh,
still
I
got 2
can't-
hours
I can't
left,
go
man.
that
I'm
long.
shitting.
No,
Dude.
I'm with you. Once they hit about 3, like I can hold it till I get
But see,
home.
when I get home though, I get bombarded. So
Well,
at least
five
at
kids.
That's
work,
what you get for having 5 kids, bro.
yeah, I know what I'm saying though. I mean, if I'm gonna get a good peaceful shit in with my game, because Jackson will walk in, he go, "Dad, are you peeing or pooping?" I go, "Poop." Okay, cool. And he shuts the door and he sits down eating a Kit Kat or something and sits on the edge of the,
Playing
and talks
Fortnite
to
on
me.
his tablet.
You say that I'm
I'm like, dude.
I'm pooping. What was this yesterday? My daughter walks in with a bowl, and Dad, I want more. I want more cantaloupe. So,
Are
baby,
you
I
serious?
physically cannot give you more cantaloupe right now. Give me a minute. No, now I said.
I've got shit elope.
I said, close the door. Let me finish. She said, okay. It's like, dang.
That's like the time you did that Nutella trick to Wyatt.
Oh, dude.
The
Oh my
Nutella prank.
god!
And he said, "It's okay, Daddy.
Yeah,
It was an accident."
Yeah, he was like, "It's okay. It was an accident, right?" I was
It
like,
happens.
Yeah,
Speaking of that, I've seen those videos on Facebook or YouTube where the guy will ask for toilet paper and they hand it to him under the stall, and he wipes
Oh,
whatever
dude,
it is
those
on their
are
Dude,
hand.
funny as
I'm kicking that
shit.
wall down.
I'm going.
I'm
No,
kicking
this
that wall
one
down.
dude was like kicking the shit out of that wall. He was like, "I'm gonna kill your ass."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'd come over that wall, tear somebody up.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
I mean, I'm
It's
sure
pretty
once
funny.
yeah, but I mean, until you say, "Hey, man, it's a joke," you're dealing with a very pissed off person. You just
Yeah.
wipe shit on my hand.
Well, and plus they're already embarrassed then. So
That reminds me of the time I almost ate my son's doo doo.
No,
I don't
man.
think I want to
Yeah.
hear about this.
How does this
So-
even happen?
So my son was born at the very beginning of the pandemic, right?
Nice.
So the only way to get food was like curbside pickup. So we ordered food and we went and picked it up, and he was a month, maybe 2 months old. And when we got home, he was still asleep. So we left him in his car seat while we sat down to eat. Well, halfway through the meal or whatever, he starts waking up and fussing, and I go and pick him up, and I hand him to my wife. And I look down, and I got something on my hand. I was like, "Oh, that's mustard." And like I get like literally 2 inches away from it, and I smell it. I was like, "That is not mustard."
That's not.
So then I look, and the car seat that I just pulled him out of just had a big old puddle of diarrhea.
gross. Oh,
I'm never having kids.
Justin says he's too busy cleaning up his own shit from Winn Dixie.
Right. Exactly.
I
6 years
lost
later.
it when
6
I
years
heard
later,
that.
whatever.
Hey, now tell the truth though. Now that you've heard Preston's, where does that rank at in embarrassing stories?
Which one?
With the dildos falling out of the ceiling. You
Yeah.
think about it, he's in school.
Did we ever determine where those came from?
It was the girls' locker room of the public school that we bought and turned into our school.
And then
So-
it became the men's locker room.
Then it was the men's locker room.
But
So then that was either high school girls or the teachers.
It was either middle school girls
Whoa.
or teachers.
God, he
Yeah.
get down in Alabama.
Whoa.
Ain't no
That's how we
lie.
do it, y'all.
But seriously though, think about it. I mean, now I shit myself. Not many people knew I shit
No,
myself.
I'm still
Justin
going.
shit himself, which beat mine.
I'm still going. Shit yourself, bro.
No, the
you're
funniest thing
you're
is
in a
when he
grocery
said-
store.
I
For
know.
one, you walk into the door, break
Breaks
it,
the
then
window.
shit yourself.
And then it
And
falls
then
out of your
it's falling
shorts.
out of his pants on
Yeah,
his way back to
no,
the car.
no, I agree. That's very
was rough.
embarrassing. But if you put yourself in Preston's shoes, you're a kid in
And
school.
this was
Oh,
what?
yeah.
This was
Preston was in like 8th grade.
and,
that's
and
not that bad.
Dildos fall out
Not
and hit
that
you
bad.
in the face,
High school,
But
probably
this is
pretty
a
bad.
private school.
dude.
So these kids are like, they're the worst.
You would have had to transfer if that shit happened at my school
Well,
growing
I'll
up.
do you
Or
one
mine,
better.
yes,
I'll
but
tell
I'm
us-
still choosing that over pooping my pants in public.
Get talking about dildos
I
hitting
don't
you in
live
the
there
face.
anymore.
What about condoms hitting you in the face, like it happened to old boy at when we were coming out
Oh
of the
my
white well?
god, we were.
Oh
we-
yeah, I just found about that.
He
the other
came
day.
up out of the well. He had a condom stuck to his face, dude.
He didn't even. And the thing was, it
Didn't
just blew
even
my
know it.
mind. He didn't.
Didn't
know
Was
it.
even
that
know
was
you
disgusting.
there? Who was it there with me when we were at the pump station? And we were all sitting there, and there was a supervisor, and it was somebody else, and we were looking at the condoms and tampons, and I go, "You ever wonder, like, how big the penis was that was on, or what hole that condom went inside of?"
Nope.
And everybody's like, looks at me.
No, it
Never.
wasn't me.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
also, you look in these wet wells, and every condom is 8 feet long. It seems
Well, that's
like.
because
Yeah.
in the
But then I
water
found
they
out that
get
the sewer
bloated.
water, the
Yeah.
sewer water, like dissolves or whatever the elasticity, so they just go to their natural
and shit.
state.
Right.
But yeah,
So if you want to impress a girl, put it in the toilet with some stuff in it, and just let it sit in there, and then
What,
pull
so
it
it
out.
can
It's
slide off?
What bothers me is that the pump station that we have at the old people's home, that's the one that has all the condoms in it.
so many.
Why?
Because they
condoms.
get it on in nursing homes.
There
Did
really
you-
cannot be that many.
No.
No, dude.
Listen,
telling you.
it's
So-
it's a statistic on what STDs or something like that in
that
nursing
the
homes.
highest age group with the spreading of STDs is like 66 and up.
In nursing homes,
That is
People are getting
they're
all-
little like rabbits, dude.
I mean, let's think. You're in a old folks' home. You have nothing to do.
Right, I get it, man.
So you're gonna
Viagra
find you a little
exists.
lover, and you're gonna just pound it until.
But that also begs the question of if they're spreading STDs so rampantly, why are they using so many condoms?
Well, I mean, I guess you don't know.
Well, that
who
one might not
has.
be. That one might be all right.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, if I know that, little Barb
Or Margaret
Betty.
Margaret yeah, is over here banging all the other skanky dudes
Agnes.
at the place.
You think about
know.
it though. You really give a shit at that point in your life.
Nah,
if
man.
if she's like the
If
nursing
my
home
dick
whore.
is itchy, yeah, probably I've given
I
a shit
mean,
about
but
that.
you're already taking so many
That's the
pills.
least of your
a
problems
day
if
in
you're
your
I
there
was
life.
gonna
to-
say, what's one
What's
more,
one
right?
more penicillin pill, you know? For me, it'd probably kill me, but
Yeah,
well, I'm
well,
allergic to penicillin.
me too.
So,
Yeah, see, I'd be screwed if I
Yeah.
got an STD.
Are you really?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm allergic to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Oh
happens.
my god, I've
I
never
don't
met
know what-
someone else like me.
Yeah, I don't
Have you
know.
taken one?
No, because ever
When-
since I was a
since-
kid, my mom told me that I was allergic to penicillin.
Or
so.
maybe
That's
she
like
just didn't
Bubble
want
Boy.
you to get an STD. Excuse me, an STD.
Yeah.
So she told you that, so
yeah,
you would.
shit like
Well,
that.
and
you don't
also, like,
protect
I went to a
yourself.
doctor a year ago
Nice. I'm proud
because
of
I
you.
had kidney stones,
Ooh,
and he
you-
asked
Ooh,
about
that does suck.
like allergies or whatever.
Hey, tell me about that kidney stone medication that you took.
Oh man. All right, so I've had a couple kidney stones in my life, and
And you're
Um,
how old?
I'm 30.
And
so-
you've had multiple kidney stones.
4.
Jesus.
God, that
So-
sounds terrible.
You need to change your diet.
I went to the urologist.
Look at his
Well,
stomach.
this whole kidney stone thing has like a long history of ridiculous stories, but about the medication, I'll tell. I went to the urologist, and he was talking to me about kidney stones of this size, past this often, whatever. And he's like, "So you have this size, and it should pass no problem. But to help it along, I'm gonna give you these pills. These pills are called Rapaflow or Flomax or something like
Yeah.
that.
Isn't the
where-
Flomax a tampon?
I don't know. But anyways,
How'd you take this pill?
orally.
Okay.
You sure it was a suppository?
Yeah. So he gives me this sample bottle, and he pulls me into the closet a little bit, and he's like, "These pills will make it so you don't ejaculate." And I
my
was like,
God.
"Hey doc, we're the only ones in here. Why are we whispering?" And so, anyways, like, come to find out, it was 100% true.
See, that's weird to me.
Like
I want to take
shooting
one.
a blank.
No,
But,
I
like,
don't want to.
No,
I
but
don't
like,
like that.
but like,
So you would still get off. It just
correct. But
Oh
it,
yeah, no, I was
it
on
would
those.
spit dry.
I was on those, dude.
Nothing.
I was on those. Yeah,
That's so
it did it
weird.
to me too, and I didn't know what the hell that was.
It was
man.
wild.
I mean, I looked up
That's
the side
very
effects.
weird.
Because I told my wife, who's my girlfriend at the time, I said, "Hey, let's try this bad boy out."
The doctor says this is not going to happen, so let's try.
But he actually did encourage sexual activity to further the
To help it pass.
because the pressure is what would because it's jammed into your urethra or your ureters or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He said as much pressure as you can put behind it. So he's like, when you got to pee, push. Like,
I
But
gotcha.
but that's
like a fire hose.
that's true though. I was on that same shit, and I didn't know what it was making. I was like, "What the hell, man?" I was getting all pissed off. I went out there, tested it out by myself just to make sure, and nothing. Which it was nice.
Tested it by myself, he
But
said.
I mean,
Went to the laundry room a few times.
yeah, I mean, I went and busted in there and turned the dryer on.
No,
But,
you busted in there and then busted in there.
Yeah, but I mean, I had those same pills and I didn't know what it was. And then we looked at the side effects. I was like, man, the hell with this shit. I was like, but she bought something one time from one of those. You like the Avon?
My mom used to be an Avon sales lady.
Well, I'm talking about like the sex Avon.
Oh,
the
you're talking
female-
about
Like they
Oh,
have
they
those
sell
parties.
like
Pure romance.
sex toys.
Yeah. Pure
so
romance.
My wife bought something called Go All Night or something. Now it doesn't all it does is desensitize you,
right.
which was the most
And it's-
horrible invention.
So is it a pill?
No, it's a cream,
It's a cream. Yeah.
and it's the most.
You've used it before, I'm assuming.
I know of it, and that's as far as we'll get into
Well,
it.
you can have it, dude. I still got like 99.9% of that shit left because that was the most horrible thing ever.
So while we're talking about this, did you ever hear about the epidemic of gas station sex pills that was going on in minor league baseball?
No.
So there was a study done in
Gas
it was like
station
fairly
sex
recently
pills.
where all these minor league baseball players, they can't take performance enhancing drugs because they'll pop on a piss test or whatever, but they would all take gas station sex pills to get like a little testosterone boost before the game.
Okay.
And it was rampant in minor league baseball. Like it all started. I think someone died or something.
I mean, hey, whatever works. I mean, it sucks if somebody died, but I mean, if that's what you got to do to,
But hey,
Oh, gas station.
yeah,
Like a gas
you
station.
go to the gas station and they got those
What
like
did you
Yeah.
think he said?
Well, I thought it meant like gas station on.
like digestive.
yeah,
or
yeah, like
that'd
a
be
like a.
gastro.
So speaking of gas station pills,
I went to North
so
Charleston. Okay.
Yeah.
I worked for a
Stop.
sewer company
Mm-hmm.
years ago, and there was a fellow that I worked with told me about these pills. They were called black ants.
Yeah, Black Ant,
Oh,
man.
I've heard about
I've
that.
So-
I
you
took one of
know-
those by myself to try it out. My neighbor, my old
Did it
neighbor.
work out for you?
Curtis.
Yeah, dude. But
Yeah,
my wife
probably.
was out. My ex-wife was out on girls' night. It was on like Bing Bong. Well, I was
I don't know if
rolling.
that's the time you'd want to try it out when you're by yourself.
Well, I wanted to make sure it was going to work for when I got into shit.
Oh, they work.
It did.
Yeah, they work.
Oh God. Well, hey, we're at 33 minutes. So let's go ahead and wrap it up here.
I'm glad we got through all
Justin,
of the
did you have
material
anything you
that we
want to
had
say about
written
any
down.
kind of gas stational pills or anything?
Yeah, I've never
Gas
taken
station.
any gas station pills, but I mean, let's give the kids what they want. Let's go an extra couple minutes here, so because I'm interested. I mean, obviously there's a whole stack of like a rack of pills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there.
Man King, Black Ant,
Yeah, but you got. I mean, there's
all
probably.
kinds of ones.
Yeah, there's. I mean, every time
They
I'm in a
have them
gas
for
station,
women too.
they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I
don't
saw one
work.
called like pink.
I slipped it in my wife's
I
drink.
can't remember
She
what it's
didn't-
called, but
Really?
That's called dosing. That
that's
might
called
be
date
illegal.
rape.
No. This was to make her
It was
sleep.
consensual.
This was to make her horny.
It was consensual.
I mean, I guess that is. I mean, y'all are married. It's not like she was unable to make her own decisions.
It didn't get her drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't make her pass out. It was for
I just slipped a sex pill in her drink.
yeah, a sex pill.
But
Not-
if it just made her like one.
well, I
want to
thought
do
it would.
But seriously though, did it change any? Did
That's
she
still
change
Kurt
at all?
I'm married to. Didn't. She
And
still looked at me and
that's
said,
going to be
"You."
another message right there.
I said, close your eyes and pretend it's Tom Hardy.
That's what I have to
Go
do.
Venom on you.
So we need to have a boys trip where we all get together and go do some stuff. We were talking about going to Alabama. My mom's got a place on the lake, so
Nice.
yeah, we should do some video and just prank each other the whole way there.
Dude, it'd be funny is that you introduce me to your family and I do the ball trick.
Yeah,
if
that
you
would
did
be
that to
just so
Judson's mom,
funny.
I would slap you in your
No,
nuts.
not his mom. Like,
Is she a
you wouldn't do it to a
She's
female.
the
You
nicest
don't,
lady.
see, I wouldn't do it to a female because in a way that's
And it's
cheating.
hard to believe that these two gigantic human
Oh,
beings.
is she a little lady?
She is
She's tiny.
tiny. She's like 5'5" probably, and both of her sons are over 6'2".
So,
How did these come out of you?
and she was one of our scout leaders when I was in the troop. So I mean, she'd probably just thump it if we're
Yeah.
being honest. She'd be like, "Oh no, you poor thing."
Dude, my mom.
Let me see that tumor.
My mom has cheap shotted me in the nuts so many times in battle.
But also, their mom's tiny, but their dad is also a massive human being.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's big. He played offensive line.
He was a tight end at Alabama.
Oh, tight end.
for the Bear.
Nice.
PBB.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, my mom just.
Did he win a natty?
No.
For what, Coach?
Paul
Bear
Bear
Bryant.
Bryant, bro.
Bear Bryant.
Yeah,
That's
boy.
a name drop for you.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Shout out.
Yeah, and then I wrestled at
R.I.P.
Liberty for nothing.
R.I.P.
So Ben has a funny story about me when we took him back to Bama. I've spent some time picking on him about it. I'll let him go ahead and tell that.
So, leading up to this trip, they were talking to me about how their mom had a boathouse and they were getting her boathouse redone or whatever. And it's not like a house where you would sleep in. It's literally like a garage for your boat.
Yeah, it's just a covering for the boat.
Yeah, so she's paid these guys to come work on, rebuild it or whatever. And so when we get there, she's all excited to show us. So we go down there, we're looking around, and I'm off looking over at the lake. Like, this is a beautiful lake. And I'm looking this way, and Judson's behind me, and all of a sudden I hear, "Oh, shit!" And I look around, I turn around, and all I see, Judson's gone. And his big old body is 6 feet down on the ground, and all I see are his feet. And he's just like, and they had these railings that were like rested on the posts so they could work like on the roof, but they weren't screwed down or
They
anything
weren't,
like that.
fastened at all.
So he went to swing around the corner by grabbing on one of these, and it just went. And his mom was like, "Judson, what are you doing?"
Get up off the ground.
It was like slow motion because I'd gotten all the way out there, and so I was heading back on the boathouse, and I don't know how I got out there and didn't fall, but yeah, I grabbed the thing and had to swing around the outside, and I grabbed it, and it just came out of there, and I remember.
I mean, it's a
looking down.
good 6 feet, yeah.
Yeah, it was probably 6 to 8, and I mean, I was just looking down like, here we go, and it's not like a muddy area; it's all rocks.
It's rocks.
Oh, so you didn't fall in the water.
No,
No, he fell
Ooey.
on the shore.
yes, so
Owie.
flat onto my back, dude, and I just laid there, and I was like, my head hit a rock and everything, and I was like, this is.
Well, you notice the older we get, the harder it is to get up from a fall.
It is.
Oh, dude.
And the
Like-
slower you fall, it takes a lot longer to get down there.
It
for
sucks
some
like
reason.
when you fall in front of kids because that's the funniest shit to do. And you want to choke the shit out of them because you're already mad you fell and you got to go
Right.
through the pain of getting back up. But then the little ass is over there laughing at you. And you're like, ooh, you're going to get it.
It's like that. It's like that kid from Big Daddy when he runs out in front of the taxi and he just laughs and he says, "Next time, kill me."
It's like, oh, this little shit. That's it. I'm spending all your college money on hookers.
Hell yeah.
Well, guys, y'all got anything else?
Nah.
I feel like we did a pretty good job of getting in the shit today.
Yeah, we got into shit today. We got in all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Some other stuff that usually ends up in the toilet, but I don't know about.
But I
Yeah.
can tell you one thing. That porn place coming out of that sewer pipe is far from shit.
Let's take let's take our first field trip over to the Chateau. I mean, how weird would it be to see 5 dudes just roll up?
Live streaming from the chateau.
Well, for one thing, they would like...
They probably don't even allow cameras in there.
Fresh meat, boy.
Oh, I mean, inside, I highly
The
doubt
parking
you'd
lot,
be able
though,
to.
they would run us off in the parking lot, dude. 'cause
They
that-
couldn't.
It's private property, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
plus that's
Yeah.
a lot. Now we could go to that ditch.
Yeah, we
and
could go
do
on the
it,
other side of it because that's public
But
property.
as far as being in the parking lot, dude, you're gonna mess up some head game.
I wonder if they'd let us record audio.
No, No. There you go.
I mean, why not?
We'll undercover hidden camera.
We'll send Ben in there to
Get a
ask.
lapel
Oh,
pin.
that's what we
He's the
should do. We
cutest.
should mic somebody up as bait.
You know, I'm
Oh,
I'm
I
the
got
best
the perfect
looking
candidate.
I'm the best looking one, so
It's true. The mustache, man. Everybody would see that and just be like, "Oh, I have to have him."
who wants a mustache ride?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, ball scratcher.
Well, guys, if nobody else has anything, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you all for joining us for the In the Shed podcast. If you want to email us, tell us about how you like today's show, feel free to email us at intheshed69@gmail.com. And we'll see you next time. I'm Judson Miller.
Curtis Burbage.
Matt Turner.
Bean Daddy.
See y'all later.
Peace.